Live from Harris Field, we present the season finale of Belmont football here. I'm Isaac Meretta, joined by Ganza later on. We welcome our viewers watching live and on demand in Belmont, around the country, and around the world. Today's coverage is being brought to you by Belmont Media Center, our staff and volunteers, BHS students, and parents. BHS Sports TV can be seen in Belmont or BMC Public TV, Channel 9 on Comcast, and Channel 29 on Verizon. Or watch from anywhere on the web at belmontmedia.org/public TV and on Apple TV. BHS Sports TV depends on volunteers, so if you'd like to join the crew for a game or two, please call BMC at 617-484-2443 and or send an email to Jeremy Meserve, jeremy@belmontmedia.org. Just about ready to get started here at Harris Field, with Belmont looking to get its first win of the season after starting the year 0-6. They face off against Reading today, who is 2-4 on the season. Should be a tough test for Belmont in its last game of the season. But even with the disappointing season, they're trying to finish it out strong and head into next year coming off a win, which would leave a good taste in their Belmont's mouths here at the end of a rough season. Belmont winning the coin toss. So it looks like Belmont will receive here to start the game. And it's going to be very important for Belmont to get off to early starts, as they have fallen behind very quickly early in games. And they have not really shown the ability to come back from big deficits yet this year. Obviously without getting a win yet in 2025. But we'll see if Belmont can catch Reading off guard here today, with Reading going on the road to Harris Field. Belmont will look to make plays early, as they should be receiving here after winning the coin toss. We'll see what they do. And it looks like Belmont is going to kick it away here after winning the coin toss. So it's going to be the sophomore kicker, Sam Bailey, to kick it away. And Reading will get two guys back deep, as Belmont's defense is going to have the chance to start the game here with a statement. And we'll see kickoff from Sam Bailey here. Sam Bailey will kick it away, and we begin the season finale of Belmont football here. Reading will get the return on a squib kick by Bailey, and Belmont is going to force him out of bounds at around the 40-yard line, where Belmont will start the game on defense. After giving up 50 points in a loss last week, they're trying to hold that down, hold the score down for Reading, especially early in the game. So Reading will come out on offense here to start from the 40-yard line. Pretty solid field position for them. And we'll see what type of look their offense gives Belmont early in the game. Looks like Cyrus Cousins is the quarterback for Reading. They'll throw it to the outside. That catch is made on a screen over to the sideline. And on the first play of the game, Reading's going to take this one 60 yards for a touchdown. Dominic Pate, the junior receiver for Reading, and Belmont gives up a score on the first play of the game. Just 23 seconds into the game, and Belmont already losing 6-0 with the extra point coming up for Reading. So Reading will go for an extra point here. This is their kicker, Braden Nelson. After Dominic Pate taking one to the house on a wide receiver screen for Reading. Now the extra point to try and make it 7-0, and it looks like somebody jumped, and it's going to be an offside on Belmont. Quarterback for Reading was Will Shute, the senior. And he didn't have to do much there. It was just good blocking by Reading's attackers. And now a shorter kick for Braden Nelson, an even shorter extra point after the offside. And Nelson's kick is on the way, and it is right down the middle. So Reading is able to take a 7-0 lead, just 23 seconds in. And we'll see Belmont's offense earlier than we wanted. But they'll have to come back from an early deficit again. Could see Belmont's defense was very frustrated with their approach there. I mean, they had guys there on the screen. It was just Reading able to play bully ball and get down the sideline. Once Dominic Pate was able to get in the open field, Belmont was not going to catch him. Reading will kick it away. We've seen Belmont has had success on kickoff returns this year. Punt returns as well. Casey Regan, one of the guys back deep for Belmont. And he'll go back there with James Keneally, the junior. So Reading kicks it back to Belmont right away. It's a low squib kick over towards Casey Regan, who drops the ball, and he'll just go down with it at around the 30-yard line. And Belmont's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We've seen a rotation of quarterbacks this year for Belmont. We've seen Kyle Curtis in there towards the beginning of the year. Casey Regan, who can play running back or receiver as well. Looks like he'll be the quarterback here. We'll see how Belmont lines up on their first offensive snap of the game.
Already done the score?
Belmont will throw here on their first play. There's a flag down as the pass is incomplete. And we'll see what the flag is on Belmont's first offensive snap of the game.
All right, apologies. I'm your second commentator, Ganza Masozera. Rider's a bit late. But yeah, happy to be watching this game with you guys.
Yeah, Belmont gave up a touchdown on first snap of the game from Reading on a screen pass to the outside. It was a 60-yard score. Looked like Ronan Kelleher, the freshman, was in at quarterback for Belmont. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. No, no, 1st and 15 after the false start. It's a little handoff to Casey Regan, who's going to get driven backwards by Reading's defenders. And Reading's defense off to a good start today.
Looked like it was actually more like 1st and 20 almost. Because they made it maybe 2 or 3 yards. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and about 16.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 16 now with Belmont going backwards on the handoff to Regan. It's interesting that they have Ronan Kelleher, the freshman, in there at quarterback. Did not start the year as the QB, but Belmont's offense won't have to throw it much down the field. 2nd and 16 here for Kelleher. He'll screen to the outside. That catch is made. Belmont's got some blockers over towards the sideline, and a chance down the sideline for James Keneally. He'll take it all the way to midfield, and Belmont converts on 2nd and 16, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's something we haven't seen enough of Belmont this year. They've taken most of their time running the ball, but good to see a few passing plays, especially from this new quarterback. Good catch there by Jimbo James Keneally, number 14.
First down and 10 at midfield for Belmont. They send Regan in motion, and it's a quick throw to Casey Regan behind the line. Regan will look to get to the sideline, and he'll not get much. Maybe a yard there on 1st and 10. So second down now for Belmont. Just a couple of minutes in the game here, just 2 minutes in, with Reading already leading 7-0. Kelleher with the back behind him on second down. It's a quick keeper for Ronan Kelleher. He'll look to take it to the far sideline again, and maybe a yard or two there, but Reading was prepared for the option play. Third down coming up for Belmont.
Was wondering what was happening to the starting quarterback, Casey Regan, but looks like he's also on the field playing as a receiver right now. He's been a huge player in a disappointing season for Belmont. Playing quarterback, sometimes receiver, sometimes safety. Almost that and anything and everything in between. So he's been a very important player. It's going to be disappointing to see him go.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him at quarterback a couple of times this season, but he's more of a runner when he does come in. I'd expect to see him in the backfield a lot today, as they'll try to get him the ball as much as they can. Keneally in the backfield here on 3rd and 9 from just past midfield. Regan in motion again. They're going to give it to him. Casey Regan with the cut, but he's not going to get anything. And Reading knocks down the jet sweep for no gain, and it'll be 4th down for Belmont. Looks like Belmont is going to punt here as they go 3 and out. Or they do get the first down, but they could not advance past midfield, only a yard after that. The lone first down on a pass to James Keneally. Looks like Ronan's going to be the punter as well here, as he punts it away from about the 40. It's a high kick over towards the far sideline. It's going to bounce and stay in bounds up along the 20-yard line, which is where Reading's offense will take over after a one-play touchdown in their last try.
First and 10 for Reading.
Is this Belmont's last home game of the season, or?
Yes, it is. After they've started the season 0-6. Still a road Thanksgiving game next month, but their last home game here today. So Reading sets up with 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off over towards the near side. And another good run here. Down the sideline goes Reading for a second time. This is Dominic Pate, who's going to get dragged down by Regan. A couple yards short of the 40-yard line. So after he got the touchdown on a screen his first play, the second play is another great run for Reading. Reading's going to go quick here. Will Shoot is the quarterback. Hasn't had to do much so far. Gives it back to Dominic Pate, and Pate's going to get knocked down by Casey Regan for only a couple of yards.
In about 3 plays, the Reading offense has gotten a touchdown at about 50 yards almost. This is a great play from them, especially from that great running back that they've had. He's been given the ball all 3 plays. Wanted to see if they're going to continue doing that or maybe adapt their game, get a few passes in.
Second down and 6 here, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. For Will Shoot, he'll look to throw it down the middle of the field. It's another first down for Reading. That catch made by the senior Ryan Polpe, and another new set of downs for Reading here to start the game.
Reading first down. First and 10 from the Belmont 29-yard line.
So Reading already inside the 30 on their second drive. Belmont's defense showing little resistance to begin this game. And will shoot, will look to throw it towards the far side. That catch is made. And another couple of yards for Reading there. As the tackle for Belmont made by Thomas McKinnon.
Cousins pass complete. Majority.
And second down for Reading here.
Second down. The 25-yard line.
Will be a second down and 6. Pate again the back. It's a toss to him. Dominic Pate towards the near sideline. He breaks a tackle, and he's still in bounds. He'll go out of bounds at around the 5-yard line of Belmont. There is a flag down, and this play is going to be coming back. It will be a hold on Reading.
Flag on the play.
I know there was a flag, but he still looked like he had a few more yards in him. Kind of just stopped thinking he was that side. Maybe I missed something there.
Yeah, I think he might have realized that the play was coming back due to the flag, but looked like he could have went all the way in if he wanted to. And the tackling issues for Belmont, still a problem.
Gonna get pushed right back to where they started. Second down, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 11.
Only be a 5-yard loss. The flag was down the field during the play, so 2nd and 11 here. Will Shoot takes the snap, looking to the near side now, scrambling out, and he's gonna be tossed down. It's a sack for Belmont. David Maya, the senior, gets him, and a big loss on 2nd down. Belmont will have a chance to get off the field here on 3rd.
Third down.
David Maya making a play in his final home game on senior night here. We'll look to highlight the seniors as the night goes on, but Belmont's going to need their seniors to make plays like that if they're going to have any chance in this game. So 3rd and 20 now for Shoot. He'll toss it to the outside for Dominic Pate. Belmont's got a couple of guys there. Pate's still going, and he'll be knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 7 yards. And Belmont is going to force maybe a long field goal or a 4th down attempt for Reading, and looks like they're going to kick it.
Check that. 4th down.
Already saw the extra point get knocked through by Reading on their first touchdown drive. And we'll see if Reading does go for it on 4th down and 13. And it looks like they're just going to go for it here as Will Shoot and the rest of the Reading offense still on the field. He'll take the snap. Shoot with plenty of time. Wants to load up and go deep. Now he's flushed to the outside. Shoot throws it across his body, and he's got his man Dominic Pate makes the catch towards the corner, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. On 4th and 13, a 32-yard score. Dominic Pate's 2nd touchdown of the night, and it's 13-0 Reading.
For Reading touchdown.
Great play there. Look to find a gap very close to getting sacked. Great cross-body throw there. It's another touchdown.
Yeah, Belmont had that play pretty well covered. It was just a ad-lib play there by Shoot, who's made some good plays early in this game, but avoiding the sack and then throwing across his body for a touchdown. This is another extra point try for Braid Nelson, who's already knocked in the first one. And another flag down, and it's offside again on Belmont.
Nelson. With the drive.
So another shorter extra point try for Braden Nelson, trying to make it a 14-0 game. And his kick is on the way, and it is good to make it 14-0.
Kick is good.
Don't trust that scoreboard. Now it's
5.5 left in the first quarter here. What do you think Belmont's got to do differently to get back in this game?
Honestly, their defense seems good. It's just a bit of a struggle with that defensive line. They've had solid coverage, but the Reading's quarterback has had way too much time. In terms of their offense, it just seems a bit scrambled, honestly. I think it needs to be quicker because too many times they snap the ball and there's just pure confusion. You just feel like they have to throw it out of play. So I think it's just more focus, more agility, because these players have more in them, I believe. And so a little bit of agility, a bit more focus, they could definitely make this more of a game.
Yeah, I think that touchdown on the first play for Reading was a real gut punch for Belmont. With all the energy coming into tonight's game. Casey Regan back deep after Reading kicked it away. And he'll look to make something happen here. But Reading is going to knock him down, and Regan nearly losing the football there, but he'll hold on to it at about the 25-yard line for Belmont's offense.
First and 10, Belmont. From their own 25-yard line.
So it's still Ronan Kelleher, the quarterback for Belmont. He's the punter as well. And he'll take the snap on 1st and 10. Kelleher looks to throw it, tosses it out to Keneally. And James Keneally is going to get about 5 yards there and a quality play on 1st down.
Is that James or is that Is that Lincoln? Or Correa? Oh, it is James Keneally. That's my bad.
He'll serve as the main running back for Belmont today. We'll see Casey Regan in there as well, but he's played receiver as well for Belmont. Keneally in the backfield again here on 2nd and 5. Ronan Kelleher looks like he bobbled the snap
That's a
and he
pick.
throws an interception. Reading running it back the other way, and Belmont's going to chase him down. Casey Regan on the tackle. An interception for Reading. That is Cyrus Cousins, and Kelleher throws the interception on the 2nd play of Belmont's drive.
Yeah, great play there from Regan, honestly, after that pick to stop it from a touchdown. It was a great play to run around the blocker and still get a tackle and stopping the pick 6. But fortunately, it is within 18 yards of another touchdown here for Reading, potentially making it 21-0 in this first quarter of Belmont's last home game of this year.
Yeah, that's what Belmont had to avoid, is the turnovers. Already losing 14-0, and now Reading trying to add on. Dominic Pate gets the handoff. He'll run it straight up the middle, and he'll take it down to about the 5 or 6 yard line. And it's going to be a 1st down for Reading.
First and goal.
So 1st and goal, Reading going quick again. Will shoot, gives it off. Dominic Pate trying to get in the end zone for a 3rd time. Let's see if he gets there. Looked like he was down at about the 1 yard line, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second bound. From the 2 yard line.
2nd and goal at the 1. Reading will bring in their goal line package. And you assume that they would reward Dominic Pate with his 3rd touchdown in the 1st quarter. He's in the backfield again here, 2nd and goal. 2 receivers out on the far side. Shoot takes the snap, gives it off. Dominic Pate, and he is in. Touchdown Reading, his 3rd touchdown of this 1st quarter. And it's 20-0 Reading.
It's almost like clockwork at this point. This is... I know that it's been a really difficult season for Belmont here, but this being the culminating effort, it's difficult to see, honestly. You'd like to see a bit more effort. That's assuming they're not. They put a lot of time into this. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, no.
Looks like he snuck it in there. That's
Yeah,
3
by
extra
the post.
points. And it's 21-0 Reading on Belmont's final home game on senior night of the 2025 season.
There isn't really much to say here. I feel like it's really disappointing that already within the 1st quarter, we're looking at damage limitations for this Belmont side.
Yeah, the score 21-0 in the first quarter. That's happened a couple of times where Belmont's gotten down to big deficits in the first or second quarter of games, and last week losing by 50 points and on track to do the same today if they can't stage a large comeback against Reading. Reading will kick it away. Brady Nelson kicks it off. This is a line drive right at Casey Reagan, and it's a little pitch around to James Keneally. Some trickery there by Belmont, but it's not going to equate to much, only to about the 28-yard line. And Belmont will look to get on the board here with a fresh set of downs.
Correa with the return. First and 10, Belmont. From their own 26-yard line.
Belmont's offense back onto the field here. Ronan Kelleher will give it off to Casey Regan on a jet touch pass. Regan still on his feet, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Maybe a couple of yards there. We'll give him 2 or 3 on first down.
Give him a stop. Second down. Second down from their own 30-yard line.
Second down and 6 with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Regan, one of the guys in the backfield, they'll give it off to the other one. That's Amir Molinow. And he's going to be pushed backwards after a minimal gain to set up a third down and medium for Belmont.
Molinow with the carry. Put it down.
Third and 7 now, 2 minutes left, first quarter. But already critical for Belmont to stay on the field here, third down. Snap taken by Ronan Kelleher. He'll flip it out to Casey Regan, who's looking to get the edge. Casey Regan with the flag down is going to be shoved out of bounds. A couple of yards short of the first down.
On the play.
And let's see what the flag is. It's going to be holding on Belmont. And Reading should decline this, but we'll see what their strategy is. Looked like Reading did decline the penalty. So they may have, holding may have been downfield, so looked like it will still be third down for Belmont. As Reading trying to play the field position game. Belmont's offense still on the field for a 3rd and 9. Kelleher with 2 backs to his right and a man in motion. And a whistle and a timeout for Belmont. So they'll look to decide a good 3rd down and long play here. As they look to not get shut out again for back-to-back weeks here at home. Already down 21-0.
I know it may sound bad to say, but I've been talking to a lot of the team. They've seemed really optimistic about next year. They've had a very good, the JV team has had a very good season. So obviously they're going to be the varsity team next year. I think they have a record of 5-2. Anyone could correct me on that, but they're looking to be really hopeful. I don't think that's enough to console what's going on this year. It's putting a little band-aid on a very big wound of Belmont football. I feel like there needs to be, they put so much work into this. They have 3-hour practices every week, but there doesn't seem to be enough cohesiveness, enough understanding within the team to push for a win, honestly, all season. It's been a really disappointing year for them.
Not been enough so far today on a 3rd and 9. It's a little touch pass over to Keneally. He'll look to get to the corner, but he's going to be chopped down. Maybe a couple more yards there, but it's going to be 4th down again. It was Correa, actually, Lincoln Correa, with the touch there, and assume Belmont will punt it away. On 4th and 5 as we near the end of the first quarter, just 35 seconds left. So Belmont will punt it away. Ronan Kelleher, his 2nd punt, with the 1 interception that he threw. Kelleher with a line drive kick, trying to get it over the head of Reading's returner. He does that to about the 20. The man will just fall down. On the return there for Reading, that was Dylan St. Hilaire.
Yeah.
And Reading's offense will take over at the end of the first quarter. 21-0 Reading.
With the return, this kid temporarily sold out of pizza. They'll have more in 20 minutes. Thank you.
Teams will flip sides here to begin the second quarter. 12 minutes until the half. Belmont trying to chip into the lead before we go to the locker room. The Reading having it back on offense, where there's been 0 pushback from Belmont's defense so far. 1st and 10 from the 26 for Reading. And the senior Will Shute takes the snap. He'll look to throw it. Plenty of time again. Fires. He's got his man open. Good tackle by Casey Regan again. It's near the 1st down marker. It's a nice catch by Matt Dowdy. And that is going to be just short of the 1st down, so it'll be 2nd and about 1. Second and 1 here. Shute takes the snap. He'll hand it off again. And that's a 1st down run for Dominic Pate, who's had a monster first half to this point. And a new set of downs for Reading again.
From their own 38-yard line.
First down and 10. Will Shute takes the snap, gives it off. Dominic Pate trying to get to the outside, and there he goes. It's another good tackle by Regan, but it is a 1st down for Dominic Pate. And I believe a flag is down on the far sideline.
Flag on the play. Personal foul, Belmont. Fourth caller.
Yeah, that That there from Casey was a bit reckless. It was a high tackle going almost between the neck area and his head. It's going to be a first down here for Reading. Big gain.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty on the horse collar tackle. So Reading will have first down and 10 at the 37-yard line of Belmont. Shoot takes the snap, gives it right back to Dominic Pate, and he'll get a solid chunk there before Belmont's defense is going to whistle that play dead for a gain of 5 on the play by Dominic Pate.
Belmont. Second down.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. It's been all Reading to this point. Off to a good start on this drive. Shoot takes the snap. Pump fake. He's got plenty of time again. He's going to loft one down the sideline. It's going to be out of bounds and complete. Good coverage on the play by Amir Malinow. And Belmont is going to force a third down here. Third and 5 here for Reading. 9.5 to go, first half. Belmont needs to get off the field right here. Triple formation for Reading with 3 backs. Shoot takes the snap, hands it off, coming to the near side. It's going to be a first down and a whole lot more for Reading. Ryan Polpe is still in bounds. He's going to be knocked backwards at about the 23-yard line, but a first down run on third, as Reading confident enough to run the ball on a third down. And they'll march closer to the red zone and now into it at the 19-yard line.
Belmont 19-yard line.
I've been thinking and wondering, maybe is this a matter of just being tired, the team? Because a lot of these mistakes that are being made, these are tired mistakes, and there isn't as much energy in this team. It could definitely be from the disencouragement from such a disappointing season, but
Pate's
also
gonna
just looks
take
tired.
it. Dominic Pate with another run inside the 10-yard line will be first and goal. But yeah, I think at the end of what's been a very disappointing and grueling season for Belmont. Seems like a lack of effort, but probably more tired than they have been in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and just like that, Reading is within 6 yards of being up 27-0.
First and goal at the 6. Shoot with Pate right behind him. On a first and goal from the 6-yard line, Shoot gives it off. Dominic Pate straight up the middle. He'll walk into the end zone untouched. His 4th touchdown of this first half. And it's 27-0 Reading.
Reading touchdown.
Just like that, it goes from bad to worse. But we do have to give some credit to the Reading team. Where Belmont has been poor, Reading has been really great, especially with their running game and their running back. Just
Try is good.
Extra point knocked through there. 4 for 4 on extra points is Reading's kicker to make it 28-0. Just under 8 minutes left in the first half. Belmont has had no answer to anything that Reading has done on either sides of the ball. They'll get the ball back here. Likely one of their last drives of this first half, trying to put something on the board. Reading a line drive kick again. Casey Regan will field it. Coming to the near sideline is Regan, trying to stay in bounds. He'll fall down at about the 35, and a solid return there. Where Belmont's offense will take over 1st and 10.
Frazier into the stop for Reading. 1st and 10. Belmont from their own 35-yard line.
First down and 10, Belmont, the 35-yard line. Trying to get something going here. Ronan Kelleher will take the snap. He'll toss it out to Lincoln. And Lincoln Correa breaks one tackle, but he's going to get dragged down for a big loss on 1st down.
Rodriguez with a stop for Reading. 2nd down.
It's going to be 2nd down and about 20 here, which has seemed impossible for Belmont to even pick up 20 yards offensively so far in this game. So it'll be 2nd and 19. Snap taken by Kelleher, a dangerous pass. It is complete to Lincoln Correa. And up the sideline he goes for a gain of about 16 yards. And that's a positive play on 2nd down. It'll set up 3rd and manageable for Belmont. As we near the halfway point of this 2nd quarter.
3rd down.
Third down and 4, Belmont from their own 40-yard line. And in need of a 1st down right here. Kelleher takes the snap. It's a quick screen pass, not even close to Casey Regan. It was behind him. Maybe a backwards pass. Regan able to fall on top of it for a loss of a couple yards, and they are going to rule that a fumble on a missed screen pass on 3rd down, set up 4th down.
4th down.
In comes the special teams. Ronan, the starting quarterback for today, and the kicker. Unfortunately, putting an end to another offensive opportunity for Belmont, giving the ball back to Reading and their powerful running offense.
Yeah, Ronan's had an active role as punter here this 1st half. And he'll punt it away. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the 1st half. Ronan, a pretty good punt to about the 30-yard line, and that might have been an early hit by Belmont. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Looks like Reading was calling for a fair catch. And it goes out of bounds anyway. 1st and 10 coming up for Reading with 5:08 left in the 1st half.
1st and 10 Reading. From their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now for Reading, looking for their 5th touchdown of the 1st half. Likely their last drive, but we've seen them go quick already. So far today, it's another handoff. Dominic Pate, who else, will take it for a couple more yards, and 2nd down and medium for Reading coming up.
Take the carry. Sullivan with the stop. 2nd down.
Second down and 5. Will Shoot takes the snap. He'll throw it to the near side. That catch is made in tight coverage on the play. Matt Doherty with the catch for Reading, and we'll see if that's enough for a first down. It's going to be a yard short, which will mean 3rd and 1 for Reading.
Third down.
Third down and 1. Shoot will take the snap. Belmont trying to get off the field, and Reading will pick up another first down, as that was a handoff to Brady Lamontagne. His first touch of the game, and it's another first down for Reading
First down.
at about the 45-yard line.
Neal with the stop for Belmont. First and 10. Reading.
3:20 to go, first half.
From their own 35-yard line.
Reading going at their own pace here. They've had no problem getting it into the end zone to this point. Trying to get their 5th touchdown of a dominant first half. Shoot's gonna hand it off again. And a good tackle there by Belmont. So it'll be second down as Belmont finally able to stop the run. That was Lamontagne, the freshman running back again, taking the handoff as Reading maybe resting Dominic Pate after they've already taken a 4-touchdown lead. Timeout here, and that is going to be called by Belmont. Actually, they'll say Reading called it. Looks like the referee made a signal to the wrong side. But Reading calls it with just 2:24 to go in the first half. So they're trying to finish off a perfect offensive first half to go along with the defensive shutout.
I mean, Belmont's defense, even though the scoreboard is a very big telling sign sometimes, they've put in some good work occasionally. They've gotten a few really big tackles in there every so often. It's just they keep on spilling these gaps, and that's where Reading's great running backs just able to take advantage of it really well.
Will Shoot with a little touch pass there. It'll work for a first down. Ryan Pulpe,
Speak of the devil.
the senior, with another first down for Reading.
Regan with the stop.
And a man down for Belmont defensively on the far sideline.
On the Belmont 40-yard line.
Looks like he's taking out a hamstring there.
So Belmont helping its injured man off the field here, as Reading just picked up another first down. First down and 10, and it's gonna go past the 2-minute mark. Shoot takes the snap, play action fake, wants to go long. He's got a man down there, and that catch is not made on a big hit by Casey Regan. It's incomplete. It was one of those great defensive efforts that Belmont has had a couple of times. And Casey Regan just flying across the field to break up what would have taken Reading back inside the 10-yard line. Perfectly timed on that hit to avoid a pass interference call.
It's the kind of energy that Belmont needs a lot more of in this game. Even with this big lead going into halftime, big deficit going into halftime for Belmont at least. They're going to need a bit of energy, get a few stops, get some points on that scoreboard, and at least end this now on somewhat of a good note.
Trying to replicate it on 2nd and 10. After Belmont's had good plays in this game, Reading has immediately followed with a good play of their own. Trying to get one here, Lamontagne breaking a couple of tackles, but Casey Regan is there again for a TFL. They'll set up 3rd and long for Reading. And back-to-back great plays in pass coverage and in run coverage by Casey Regan. Under a minute and a half left in the first half. Reading not in field goal range here from the 40-yard line.
Running clock, about a bit more than a minute left. 3rd and long here. Could this be Belmont's first stop of the game?
They need it badly. 3rd and 11. Shoot with plenty of time. It's a check down here. It's Dominic Pate trying to get a first down. He's muscling towards the line. And that's going to be awfully close to the first down. It's
Looks like he got it. Yeah.
They're going to give him the first down. And Reading will call a timeout with 53 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, that's disappointing after 2 great plays there from Casey Regan. Making a difficult 3rd and long. Just like that, Reading goes back to their great running back. He got a gain of about 12 yards there, I think.
Yeah, just enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's great work from Reading.
Belmont had a couple of chances to knock him down. The pass, it was a little screen pass. Reading set it up beautifully, though.
On another positive note, our injured player, D-Mart number 3, looks to be back on his feet, moving just fine. Think they'll doubt putting him back into the game just yet, considering the big deficit. Maybe not worth putting him in just right now, risking to aggravate that injury. It's good to see him doing fine, though.
Yes, it is. 53 seconds, first half. Reading trying to punch it in. It's been nothing but touchdowns. They're 4 for 4 on touchdown drives to this point, but Belmont trying to get a stop. Shoot takes the snap. He wants to throw it towards the far sideline. A good pass there. Catch is made. And down the sideline goes Ryan Pulpy. He's going to be knocked out of bounds a couple yards short of the end zone. But another first down for Reading as they chew up 20 more yards there to set up 1st and goal.
Perfect play there. Obviously, other than a touchdown, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. 44 seconds, and they're 5 yards, right? 5 yards from going 5 for 5, and getting a 34, and with the extra point, 35-point lead against the very tired and unfortunate Belmont side.
Shoot takes the snap, gives it off towards the corner, and that's another touchdown. That's their 5th of the first half. Ryan Pulpy taking it in. And Reading leads it 34-0. What else is new?
I mean, there isn't really much we can say at this point. It's 34-0 at the end of the first half. 35 seconds left. Looks like they're going to make it 35. They've been perfect for this extra point. It's been a very hard watch for many Belmont supporters. Great watch, obviously, for the Reading parents that are on the opposite side.
Braden Nelson trying to make it 5 for 5 on extra points. And another offside. It's almost like Belmont's doing it intentionally with another offside before an extra point.
Yeah, there has to be a limit to this at some point. It's hard enough conceding 5 touchdowns, but then offsides on virtually every extra point
Seems like if Reading wanted a 1-yard 2-point conversion, they could have gotten it, but instead they'll hit their 5th extra point of the first half, and that'll make it 35-0 with 35 seconds left in the first half.
This has almost become a game of stat padding for the Reading team today. 35 points in the first half. I think this is much worse than what was going on last week when Woburn was here last Friday night. It was 50-0 to end the game, but I think they had one less touchdown going into halftime, going into the locker rooms. But with 35 seconds left, they're staring down the barrel of honestly just embarrassing at this point. There's not much more to say to it. Embarrassing season, but one that they need to look forward to the next one with a lot of motivation. Great JV team. Hoping they could get at least an improvement on whatever the heck has been going on this year.
The kick towards the middle, taken by Lincoln Correa. Up the far sideline he goes, and he's going to be taken out of bounds with the flag flying in at the 25. Looked like that was coming in on the tackle. We already saw a horse collar called on Belmont earlier in the game.
Looks like it's going to be a flag on the offense.
Penalty on Belmont with 26 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see if they just kneel it down and end the first half, or if they do go for points here.
They need a really big play. They haven't really had one since the midpoint of the first quarter. Great throw to Lincoln Correa, who took it for about a 30-yard gain, but we haven't really seen anything since then. Just a few running plays ending up short and just punts almost. So they really need to pull something special out of the bag to get close enough to the field for a field goal or a touchdown. Look like they have just about, almost 90 yards to go in 26 seconds.
Yeah, that might help Belmont's decision on whether or not they go for points at the end of the half. Kelleher with an empty backfield, so he will give it a shot at a throw here from the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. Kelleher takes the snap, pumps, fires, incomplete. Lincoln Correa, the intended receiver. And 21 seconds left in the first half, 2nd and 10 for Belmont.
Ronan's going to come back on. It's a bit of a difficult night to make one of your first impressions as a quarterback on this football team.
Yeah, good for him to get some reps in, though, as we'll likely
That's
see him
true.
next year. But trying to gain confidence here, 2nd down and 10. They do hand it off, and they've got a gaping hole with Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he's going to have about 5 or 6 yards there.
Big tackle. Looks like it knocked the wind out of him. He's still down right now. On all fours. Yeah, he's going to lay down for this. Just about 5 seconds left. Virtually no gain. And virtually one of their best players in that running back, Lincoln Correa, down. Looks like they're just going to have to kneel because I don't really see anything else going for them.
Yeah, just 5 seconds left in the first half with the injured player. And you assume at this point as Lincoln does get up, which is good to see.
He's walking though. Probably was just the wind knocked out of him. If necessary, hopefully we're going to see him back on the field again.
So 5 seconds left, first half. This will be, in all likelihood, the last play, and they're going to run the clock. So Belmont's not even going to get the snap off, and that takes us to halftime with Reading playing pretty much a perfect first half. They lead it 35-0, and we'll see you in the second half. Just about ready to start the second half here. Harris Field with Belmont down at 35-0. But Belmont is going to try and get back in this game, at least get some points on the board in the second half. Belmont will be receiving to start the second half as they won the coin toss to begin the game. And Belmont looking for a good start to the second half after the opposite of that in the first half. Will be returned here by Lincoln. He'll take it out on the kickoff return, and he's got the near sideline. He'll take it all the way past the 40-yard line and out of bounds. A good return there by Lincoln Correa. Down a couple yards short of midfield.
All right, one play down for the Belmont offense in the second half. Solid carry there for their number 14, Lincoln Correa.
Looks like they're gonna move Belmont back to about the 25. Must have been a penalty on the kickoff, but Belmont, its offense trying to get on the board here.
Ronan Kelleher is still the starting QB. He has one man behind him, Lincoln. He fakes the pass into Casey, who slips before getting anywhere far, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, good little screen pass there. Got a couple of yards in open space, but we'll see if the flag, it's gonna be on Belmont. It's gonna negate the play.
That's yet another flag. It's gonna push them another 10 yards back from where they started off. It's gonna be their third first down, it looks. It's gonna be 1st and 20.
Yeah, legal block in the back was the call there. I guess this blocking for the screen there to Casey was illegal, but gotta just hope to get some yards here on first down, and then you can work towards closer to the first down.
All right, two receivers, Andre on the far side. It is pass to Lincoln. He's gonna try running around. He doesn't really get through. Still, it's gonna be 2nd and long now. If there isn't another flag, we've had about 3 already in just about a minute of play. It's gonna be 2nd and long. Looks like about 17 yards.
Yeah, not much there, I think, for Belmont, because we have not really seen them go deep at all with any of their passes, so it's gonna have to be the short throws that get the job done, especially here, 2nd down and long, where they need a big chunk play.
That's true. They'll need those short passes, but they'll need them to come through more often. They only get 1 or 2. Here's Ronan. He's gonna pass it short to Lincoln. Can't break a tackle, and he's stopped. Stopped just about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, not much there for Lincoln. They were going for the screen pass, which we've seen be successful a couple of times today for Belmont, but still, Reading's defense has not had to worry about any deep throws yet, so that's why they've been able to cover these short passes.
Yeah, it's gonna be 3rd down. Still just about 17 yards off. They're gonna break off again. And there's one man behind him. Andre on the far side. Trey Clark right next to him. Snap. Looks like he's gonna pass this time. Ooh, that looks like a pick. And it goes in for a touchdown. Looks like there was a flag on the play. I think they're gonna negate it. Might have been pass interference there on. Yeah, that right there might have been pass interference there on Casey Regan. It might have been it was a looked like an early hit and a very big one.
Yeah, it's gonna come back, I believe. Belmont's offense staying on the field, but yeah, deflected pass for a pick 6. Got a bit lucky there that the flag was called, especially on a 3rd down play.
That's true. I mean, regardless. Yeah, it looks like you're right. That is a pass interference call. It's going to be brought back. Third down again for Belmont.
So still 3rd and long here. I'd say for Belmont, just try to get ball in the hands of one of your playmakers. We've seen Trey have success running the ball. Casey Regan. I'd expect a short pass again here for Belmont. Try to get blockers out in front and somehow pick up these. It's going to be about 15 yards for 3rd down.
Looks like they've been brought up a bit. Yeah, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's the PI call, cutting
Yeah.
it closer.
It's important for Belmont to get the first down here because hopefully that could give them a bit of momentum to get them further down the field, put some points on the board. Declan Doherty on the right, Andre Shavujian on the far side. Either side of, looks like an offside there. Offside on Belmont. That is, it's very,
Ball start, Belmont.
Yeah, I think that might have been number 77, Seamus
fine,
Murphy,
fine.
in the false start, but 3rd down and 8. You'd assume that Belmont is not in 4-down territory, down 35 to nothing, and timeout called. Looked like.
Got pushed back just about 10 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 13. Gonna hope to get a first down. We haven't seen enough of those to get day. We haven't seen enough of those all season. Hopefully looking to get the ball to their wide receivers, Andre Shavujian and Declan Doherty, or one of their tight ends, Trey Clark. They always have Casey, but it seems to be too heavy of a reliance on him for this whole team. So, yes, it's about the passing at this point. It's too far to rely on a running play. They've been doing that all game, and it hasn't worked out for them.
Yeah, they're going to be 3rd and about 8 after the false start. We'll see how aggressive Belmont is here, but it's been the chunk plays for both sides. Belmont has not really been able to find big plays, big catch and runs, while on the other side, Reading just felt like they've had a big play pretty much every play that they've had on offense. Just a couple minutes in to the second half, Belmont trying to convert on 3rd down.
Snapped. Goes long. It's too low to Andre. Ronan had the pass there to Casey running across him. Wanted to look for a bigger gain. Understandable, but it's come back to bite him, unfortunately. It's going to be 4th and long. They're looking to punt. QB turns kicker. Hopefully trying to push Reading down the field and keep them there. Hopefully win the ball back and get some points on the board.
Yeah, I thought that was a good play call there with Andre on the poster out towards the middle of the field, but just underthrown by Ronan. I think we're going to want to see Belmont throwing deeper more, especially next season, but with more experience, I think Ronan will be able to hit that pass.
That's true. Fourth down. Spinning punt. Probably a bit shorter than they would have liked, and it's gonna end up just about the 41-yard line in Reading territory.
Yeah, we'll see if Belmont's defense can get a stop here after Reading was perfect in that first half, but Belmont's gonna have to start by stopping the run. We saw Dominic Pate be the real aggressor for Reading's offense. The quarterback played pretty well as well. But yeah, Belmont's gonna have to stop the run.
All right, now it's Reading's turn. It's going to be will shoot. He's going to throw it out wide to his receiver. Number 14, Jaden Gomez. He gets a solid gain there of about 18 yards. First down for Reading. Looking to start the same way that they went the entire first half of the game. A bit of an adaptation to their game now. First time we've seen some passing in a while. They've been going to their great running back, Dominic Pate. But they're showing us right now that they also have a passing game too. Gonna run the ball here. He finds the gap. He pushes through. That looks like it's gonna be a first down there. Bit of a gray area. Yeah, it is gonna be a first down. That right there is the number 33, Brady LaMontagne.
Yeah, Reading kind of showing that even though Dominic Pate was so good in that first half, it doesn't really matter who's been running the ball, and that's because their offensive line has been able to win in the trenches.
Belmont took off one of their linemen, Seamus Murphy, for the freshman Asher Cohen. They're going to run the ball again here. Finds the gap. He's pushing for a first down. He's going all the way, and he pushes in for a touchdown. There's 2 flags on the play. 3 now.
Yeah, seems like this one would probably be coming back because, yeah, it's going to come on Reading, so this is not going to be a touchdown. They had a couple guys see if it's an illegal block in the back or holding, but the blocks definitely were not legal there from Reading. But again, the catch and run still, even though it's a penalty. Belmont just not able to tackle anyone right now.
It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be another 1st and 10. Or they're going to push it back.
Yeah, we'll see because they are going to move it back to a 1st and long.
Push it back just about 5 or so yards. Yeah. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 15.
Looks like the block was down the field there, so they're still going to get a couple of yards back.
Doesn't make this team any less dangerous pushing them back like this because they do have quite the good passing game with their quarterback. Will shoot. They're going to rely on the running game. Great tackle there from Casey to stop him from getting anywhere. It's going to be 2nd and about 12.
Yeah, Casey has had a couple of great tackles so far in this game, and he's been one of the only ones for Belmont that's been really confident in their tackling them. It's a one-on-one tackle. For pretty much everyone else on the defense, Belmont's not been able to make one-on-one tackles, so good to see that from Casey.
It's true. The scary part is that looks like he's a senior, so not going to be seeing much more of him after this. Where do Belmont turn realistically with a great player like Casey that they're going to be losing after this year? Back to the game. Go running again. He's going to run around. Missed the tackle. Their number 4, Ryan Pulpe, keeps going, pushing. Not enough for a first down, but someone's down. Looks like there's a fight over here. Yeah, there's multiple flags on the play here. There's a bit of pushing and shoving with someone on the ground. It looks like Soren Lemieux, almost number 56, pushing and shoving there while already being on the ground. Gonna talk to the ref.
I think that flag's got to be after the play. It's going to be offsetting penalties here, personal fouls on both sides, so it's going to be 3rd down coming up by the looks of it. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
Yep. Few substitutions here for Reading.
Yeah, you got to watch We've seen Reading run the ball a couple of times on 3rd and longs. You got to watch out for that if you're Belmont here.
There's a bit of running of the clock. We're already halfway through this 3rd quarter. Just about 5.5 minutes left. They're going to run the ball again. Looks like they've pushed for the 1st down. Yes, they have. Instead of Dominic Pate now, they've looked to Brady LaMontagne, their number 33. They have multiple great running backs here, Reading. That's what they've been relying on all game. Belmont just hasn't had a response for it.
Yeah, that just shows you how confident they are in their offensive line, really, because they don't even need Dominic Pate in the game, and they can still run it on 3rd and 8 for an easy 1st down.
So they'll be starting on just about the 20-yard line. Yet another play to Brady. LaMontagne is going to push through for just about 2 yards. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, you assume that they're taking Pate out for the 2nd half to avoid the risk of an injury with how good he was in that 1st half. Reading can't really afford to lose him.
Yep.
But they've shown that Brady is a good RB2 as well. He's still chewing up yards, and Reading's going to look to take 41-0 lead here.
So Will Shoot has 2 players alongside him. He fakes the pass off. Oh, this is a pick. Finally, something for the Belmont fans, the Belmont community here to cheer for. That there was a pick. Not exactly sure who it was from, but there was a tip there. And then someone surprised that he had the ball in his hands. It might have been number 4, Elijah Pierre.
Yeah, that right there, that was our first really bad decision by Reading's quarterback so far. First guy missed the pick, it went right through his hands, but then another chance for an interception, Belmont taking it. So they will finally get a stop here with just 4 minutes left in their 3rd quarter, their first stop of the game.
So in came for Belmont the number 2, Utsab Gurung. Normally on the JV team, perhaps to the lead they're giving more people a chance here. Andre Chavushian and Doherty. There's Utsab. He tried to run the ball, gets stopped quickly. Not enough to gain, I don't think. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Belmont maybe trying to get some of those JV guys. We talked about how the JV team has had a good record this season. Trying to get them some varsity experience, even though probably won't end up mattering in terms of the game. Already down 35-0, but good to get that experience in at the varsity level.
So it looks like they've gone with another quarterback here. Made it then their 2nd string quarterback for JV, number 12, Kyle Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis, I believe he was the guy who just got the interception on the defensive end, so
Okay.
his confidence might be high enough where he can come in and play quarterback, which has been a tough task for Belmont today.
Especially with Casey Regan being put to other duties today. They've given Ronan Kelleher, who's been the main man for JVs. And now, obviously, Kyle Curtis. He's going to run into Utsab, who just runs into danger. No gain there. It's going to be a 4th down for Belmont. Nice to see that pick there, but they haven't been able to make anything of it. It's 4th down. They've got their special teams on. It looks like Ronan Kelleher is going to be punting. Didn't even get to the 20-yard line, I don't think. So even with the misfortune of that pick, Reading is going to have an opportunity to restart with the ball even before half in Belmont territory.
Yeah, I think both teams are kind of just running the clock out, running the ball, not really passing it. It's a fair catch there, but yeah, you saw Reading, when they did pass, there was an interception, so Belmont's defense trying to build off that, get some stops together here, and try to get a scoreless quarter here in the 3rd.
It looks like more of a slow, timid, perhaps maybe respectful in terms of sportsmanship quarter here for Reading. Took really long time with a lot of plays going on and then eventually ended with an interception. Then Belmont quickly had to turn the ball over because of the punt. And now we're already 2 minutes away from a fourth quarter, from the final quarter of many of these seniors' home experience at Belmont High School. Perhaps not the greatest night to end it off, but we're gonna run the ball again. Gonna push for about an 8-yard gain. Looks like Reading has gotten a new quarterback on instead of their starter will shoot. They've gone for number 19, Neko Ames.
Yeah, as we saw in that last drive for Reading, they're just going to run the ball, so it's going to be up to Belmont's defense. They pretty much know it's coming, it's just whether or not they can stop it.
Oh, high snap there. It looks like a fumble. They had to just jumble over the ball. It's going to be a third down. Look to recover it, thankfully for them. They lost just about 3 yards there.
Yeah, that's probably just the inexperienced cadences with the new quarterback. Not sure if there's a new center in as well, but high snap, third down and long now. We'll see if Reading does throw it.
It is a cold night too. It's very easy to make mistakes in this freezing thing, just trying to get this game over with. Running clock, we have just about a minute left. Flag on the play there.
It's going to be false start. Push Reading back 5 yards for an even longer third down.
It's pretty good for Belmont now. Neko Ames hasn't had the greatest introduction to this game necessarily. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for Reading. He hasn't gone throw off. And now is coming on is Tony, number 71 for Belmont in that defensive line. He brings a lot of energy into the JV team. There's Neko. He's going to run. He's running around. I don't think he's going to get far. That's a big hit right there. Great play from Declan Doherty, who looks like he's been playing linebacker or safety there.
Yeah, I think Casey Regan was one of the guys coming in. I mean, that was just a monster hit. He had full head of steam going into it, and looks like Belmont is going to get off the field, forcing Reading to punt it.
It's been a solid defensive quarter here from Belmont. An interception and now punt. It's been far. Now it's for Jimbo, who's going to let it run.
It's a good punt.
That was a pretty solid punt. Just about 45 yards there. And now Belmont's going to get their offensive team. That was actually the end of the third quarter. A few pluses there from Belmont. Taking advantage of a few lackadaisical errors here from the Reading offense. They've gotten 2 stops, 1 interception, and 1 punt. Unfortunately, their offense hasn't been able to reciprocate for that. They haven't gotten many first downs, relying a lot on that running, and it hasn't really come back to help them out much.
Yeah, scoreless third quarter there. At least a plus for Belmont's defense to get 2 stops in a row. And now, with probably some JV guys in, you'd expect maybe some seniors to stay in here on senior night, but try to get at least some points on the board to not get shut out for the 2nd straight week.
Bit of hype music here from the marching band. Nice to see even on a hard day like today. But Belmont's gonna start from their own, that's really far back, from their own looks like their 2-yard line, 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, Reading's punter did not have to come until halftime pretty much. The great punt there, pinning Belmont deep, and now to try to dig out of this hole.
Gonna run the ball. Jimbo tries taking it. He's getting tackled into.
Yeah, they're gonna give him forward progress, so it's not gonna be a safety, but
Yeah, I was worried about that.
it's gonna push him back to the 1 yard line. So now, really zero breathing room for Belmont. It's interesting that they were running straight out of center. We have not really seen Belmont do that at all today, but it's what they've got to do. Pinned back in their own end zone. Now they'll try to avoid a safety the other way.
The wide receivers today haven't had a lot to work with, honestly. Not a lot of throws to them. Maybe that's happening now. Ronan tries running out of the,
Oh.
and that's an interception. Disappointing there. After great defensive showing, Ronan Kelleher trying to run out of losing 2 points to a safety. Threw it for an interception at just about the 27-yard line. And Reading will get the ball back. 10 minutes in, with 10 minutes left to a final home game of the season.
Yeah, that's another mistake there by Ronan, but I still like the play call to let Ronan throw it deep, because we have not, with these last Belmont teams over the years, they've struggled to actually throw it. I mean, they've had good screen game, good short passes, but just to get Ronan the reps, give him the chances, and a non-consequential situation here with the game already out of reach.
Looks like Neko Ames is going to have another bite at the cherry here. Second string quarterback after a great show from the starter. Will shoot, tries to run through. He's being stopped after not much progression, maybe 3 yards.
I think Asher Cohen was one of the guys in there. We saw him come into the game the second half, coming up on 9 minutes left in the game.
Looks like we have an entirely new defensive line. There's Asher Cohen. Looks like number 71, Marvin Mendoza. There you have two 71s. There's also Tony, forget his last name, Marvin Mendoza, and Tony Ramos. Neko's gonna run again. He's gonna force his way through. Broken like 3 or 4 tackles. He's pushing all through for a first and goal there. Great play from the quarterback. He's had a resistance to throw or let the ball go, but he's made solid progress off of running on his own.
Yeah, it was a good play there by Reading's quarterback. Kind of darting into traffic there, but still able to spin out of a couple of would-be tacklers. And it's going to be first and goal from the 10-yard line now for Reading.
At the 10-yard line.
Looks like we have another new quarterback coming in for Reading. They're gonna run the play. There was Brady LaMontagne. New quarterback for Reading is their, look like number 28, Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, I think Marvin Mendoza, one of the first guys in on the tackle there, forced Reading back. You assume that Reading will likely be in 4-down territory, but we have not seen them kick a field goal yet, although they're 5 for 5 on extra points.
Yeah, this also seems definitely within range for their kicker.
From the 8-yard line.
Snap to Neko, another close call there. He's gonna run through. He should be the running back with how shifty he is. He's run through all the way for a touchdown. The number 19 second string quarterback, Neko Ames.
Yeah, I mean, that's just ridiculous. For a quarterback to be able to move like that, you said that he should be the running back with how shifty he is, but it's got to be a tough running back room in Reading, and Belmont missing 5 or 6 tackles on the quarterback there, and we'll see if it's 42-0 with its extra point.
Yeah, I'm wondering why they put him at quarterback. I haven't seen him pass a single play He's been, oh, looks like there was a bit of a false
Ooh.
start there. Going for a 2, and is a tackle. Yeah, a bit greedy there for that 2-point attempt.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call was there, but Reading obviously trying to fake field goal, but you usually see someone go out to catch the ball with those fakes, but nothing there. And they will just run the clock down, 41-0. So the time will tick out as a result of mercy. We're down here, 6 minutes left.
So here we are. Reading kicker number 23. Braden Nelson is going to kick off. Solid kick there.
Oh.
They're going to let it run through. Not sure what's going on there. There's a bit of rough horseplay going on, but nothing looks like it's going to be called.
Yeah, we'll see who Belmont goes with at quarterback. Looks like Ronan will be the guy, as we've seen for most of the night. Coming up on 5 minutes left. Probably not going to be too aggressive here, Belmont offensively,
Yeah.
but see if they can get anything going.
Not the theatrical introduction he may have wanted to starting on varsity, but as you've been saying this entire night, it's been a great opportunity for the JV team to get some experience against players that have honestly of a higher level. So, hopefully some of these skills, some of these experiences are going to transfer into next year. Hopefully giving us a much better year. Looks like they're trying Andre at right back. He's going to try throwing. Andre is going long. It looks like he's going to try finding him. He goes up, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10, right back at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Ronan was able to get some air under that one. It was just Reading. It seemed like they were prepared for it. They had a couple of safeties and corners back in their secondary to force that one out of bounds. But Belmont showing willingness to throw it here, even though it is garbage time with just 4 minutes left. I think it would have helped Belmont earlier in the game to even test out those deep throws just to keep Reading's defense honest, because
True.
Belmont does have some playmakers in the backfield that they could have used.
Looks like Ronan is switched out of QB. Looks like he's going to be playing tight end. Fake handoff. Oh, it was a handoff to Andre. Breaks the tackle, 2-3, but now he's overwhelmed. He can't get any further. It's going to be 3rd down, and he gained just about 2 or 3 yards there. Andre hasn't had a lot of action to work with today.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was designed to be a run play. I think it was just quarterback would have gotten sacked if he hadn't handed it off, so better just to get it to the running back on that one, but
Yeah. Clock is running, and we have under 3 minutes left. Almost number 12. Looks like he's gonna run. It doesn't have any options with solid coverage. And it looks like he's gone to 1st down. And maybe just 1 or 2 yards more. Right there was senior Kyle Curtis.
yeah, it's rare that we've seen Kyle Curtis run the ball from the quarterback position, scrambling out, but good play there to make a couple of guys miss and keep this drive moving for Belmont.
I guess it would have been nice to see a score from Belmont. Oh, he's just had to throw it out. Might have been late tackle there. Nothing of substance. It's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from that incomplete pass.
It looked like a little slant route to Andre was the target, but Reading was able to get pressure immediately on the quarterback, giving Cal Curtis no time to actually set his feet and throw, which is why throw was inaccurate. Under 2 minutes left in this game.
Just gonna call another play here. Running Kelleher. He's gonna be running his tight end with Trey Clark. I haven't seen a lot of him today, Trey Clark. We have Elijah Pierre. We're gonna throw it to Ronan. Couldn't really get anywhere.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Reading's corner there, throwing it to Ronan, who had been playing quarterback for most of the game, but giving Kyle some last reps here at home on senior night. With under a minute left in the game.
Not sure what happened there. Curtis is gonna run. He's gonna play another incomplete pass there. Tight coverage. Stop Doherty from getting catch there. It's gonna be 4th down. It just looks like they're gonna punt, but with 20 seconds left, it might just be a kneel and put an end to a bit of a rough night here. All right. 10 seconds left. Curtis is gonna run it anyways. Maybe just a few yards to end the season. And that's it. That is gonna be the end of the game. Belmont loses 0-41 to Reading Memorial High School. You've been watching BHS Sports TV coverage of Belmont's varsity football team playing against Reading Memorial High School. This is Ganza Masozera, and I've been joined by
Isaac Meretta.
Today's coverage was brought to you by Belmont Media Center, our staff and volunteers, BHS students, and parents. BHS Sports TV depends on volunteers. So if you'd like to join the crew for a game or two, please call BMC at 617-484-2443 and or send an email to Jeremy Mercer. His email is jeremy@belmontmedia.org. Major funding for the Belmont Media Center is provided by Comcast, Verizon through the town of Belmont, and by the community and business sponsors and donors, and by you. Belmont Media Center is your nonprofit media center serving the town, schools, and residents of Belmont. Donate today at belmontmedia.org/donate. Donate to Belmont Media on Venmo too. Thank you all for watching.